especially the elite fighters. They've had an opportunity.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I want to talk to you guys about the promotional war that's happening. The battle of the promoters will always be a hot topic because, of course, the promoters, they, promote the fighters, and the promoters are a vital asset in getting fights made. I was just looking at a video of with Leonard Ellerbe, and they were asking him about the comments that Eddie Hearn made regarding Tank Davis's career, and he went on to say, like, hey, we don't have to hate on anyone else's shit to get things done. We know what we're doing. And Eddie Hearn, what he's trying to do, he won't be successful here. I can guarantee you that. You know, and he says, well, hey, I respect what he's trying to do. So that was pretty much like the high road, low key, rebuttal. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I don't have to hate on no one else's shit, but I guarantee you it won't go far. You know what I mean? I can guarantee you that. And I'm like, well, you just said you don't have to hate on no one else's shit, but but right after that you said it won't go far. But I respect what they're trying to do, but it ain't gonna go far, I can tell you that. You know. But he did go on to say, you know, that's not how you conduct business. But that's not the only, interview that Leonard Ellerbe said. Ellerbe said a lot, regarding the zone. We don't have to fuck with the zone. They doing what they doing over there. We don't need the zone. We don't need them at all. And this is concerning Tank Davis, actually, another prisoner of the PBC. That's what I call him, because he is. Like Tank Farmer, of course, is signed with the zone. And of course, that fight, they want that fight to happen, but that fight's not happening because Leonard Ellerbe is not dealing. We don't mess around over there. But eventually they have to, unify. But like, well, how are they going to unify if you never going to work with Eddie Hearn? You guys have to work together to make these fights happen. That side of the street shit that Earl Spence created was like that analogy, man. That has really just been the go-to reason for so many guys and so many people. And a lot of people use that side of the street, wording, for different promotional companies. And it's sad because these companies should work together, and these Cold Wars should really stop because it's just killing the sport. It's killing the sport. Like Tank Davis, he's at the top of the division. So Leonard Ellerbe says, but this guy's only fought one time this year. Once. In a 12-month span. Once, dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, let's see when the last time he's fought once this year, right? All right. This guy, his last fight, was in April, right? Last fight was in April. And the one before that was in August. Jeez. So he fought, okay. He did fight in May of 2017 and then January of 2017. So he did fight 3 times last year. He did that, but he only had one fight this year. And that was like in April. And that was, Jesus Cuellar. He's coming from 126. He was the dude was a featherweight. But he's at the top of the division. How so? How is it at the top of the division and he's inconsistent like he is? And I feel sorry for him because Tank really wants, I mean, you wouldn't have other promoters like reaching out to you if you were that happy at your own promotional company. Let's just be real. That's the gist of it. So Leonard Ellerbe, again, I believe he knows what he's doing. But what he's doing is the same thing other promoters do, that they are blocking out any way or any type of logical way to get things done, you know, and to get these fights made with other promoters. Okay. So I really don't know what's going on with that, you know. But Leonard Ellerbe and Eddie Hearn, you know, of course, these guys will forever be rivals when it comes to this boxing game, you know. So I think that, but I think that these guys are basically, you know, they're just taking cheap shots at each other, you know, because, you know, of course, Eddie Hearn, all he really said, I'm critical of his career. But, you know, that's a low key way of saying, hey, I don't think that Leonard Ellerbe is doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Leonard Ellerbe is like, hey, you know, I don't worry about that, you know, but it ain't going to work here because, you know, top fighters are smart. He can't sign top fighters for the zone. I'm like, Anthony Joshua's not a top fighter. You know what I mean? Dillian White's not a top fighter. You know, Canelo Alvarez, sure, he's with Golden Boy, but that's on the zone. He's not a top fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I guess, you know, it's just them looking over, you know, and, you know, yelling across the street at each other, you know, yelling and talking insults. And that's basically all I see what these promoters are doing. They're just talking shit about each other, but nothing's getting made that makes the best fights happen. And that's the sad part about boxing. But of course, guys, you know me. It's the sport that I love, that I hate so much. You guys tell me what you think about this interview. Shout out to T Street Controversy. You know, I will put the link, you know, because that's his video. I will put the link in the description box. Let you check out that video. Tell me what you think. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.